Okay, in this video, I'm going to discuss the concept of the sine law. The sine law basically relates the angles and the sides of a triangle. So let's say if I have a triangle, and let's name it A, B, and C. So this is triangle ABC. Let us denote the side opposite the angle A to be side A, the side opposite of the angle B as side B, and the side opposite the angle C as side C. The sine law is saying that if we take the sine of angle A over the side A, it is equal to the sine of B over the B or side B, and it's also equal to sine of angle C over C. So basically this is the sine law. It's an equation that relates the sides and the angles of a triangle. Now if you notice, the three different ratios were connected into some sort of one equation. However, you can actually take these equations in this manner. So I can say that sine A over A is equal to sine B over B. If I just want to relate the side A and B with the angles capital A and capital B. In the same way, I could also say that sine A over A is equal to sine C over C whenever I want to relate the angles and the side for A and C. And lastly, I can also create the equation through B and C, and that sine B over B is equal to sine C over C. Okay, so these are the relationships of the angles and the sides. You normally set this up or set these equations up whenever you're looking for a missing side or a missing angle in a triangle. In a few moments, I'll be showing an example on how to use this law. So let's take for example the triangle ABC with the following information. So angle A is 47, angle C is 23 degrees, side AB, which is acting as the side C, is 8.2 meters, and we want to find the side A or side BC that is opposite of the angle A. So let's try to check if we can apply the sine rule or sine law. So if I want to use the angle A, that means sine of 47 over the side opposite of angle A, which is x, is equal to, so I have to relate this ratio to another ratio whose values are known. So for example, C, the angle C is known, so I can use the sine of C, so sine of 23 degrees over 8.2. So you will know if sine law is applicable in that once you have set up the equation, only one value is unknown. Meaning, I know how to get sine 47, I know how to get sine 23 degrees, 8.2 is a given number. So since there is just one unknown, that means sine law is applicable. Once you have this equation, all you have to do is to manipulate the equation. This equation, so you can say use the term cross multiply, but in real or in formal mathematics, we were actually multiplying it by some numbers or some values. But just to make it shorter, so I can just say I cross multiply, and it is becomes 8.2 sine of 47 equals x sine of 23 degrees. So as you can see, 8.2 went to sine 47 and x went to sine 23. That is why it's they call it cross multiplication. You cross it on the equation and then you multiply the values. Now, focusing on our goal, we want to find x. So we don't want the sine 23 on the right side of the equation. So the reverse of multiplication, so this is x times sine 23. X is being multiplied to sine 23. To get rid of sine 23 degrees, we have to divide both sides by sine 23 degrees. And if we do that, then sine 23 and sine 23 will cancel on the right side. And the value of x is basically 8.2 sine 47 degrees over sine 43. Okay, so you can get the exact value of this by simply inputting the values in the calculator. So I'll be leaving that to you as an exercise so that you can practice on how to put these numbers in your calculator. But basically, what I want you to achieve in this video, or what I want to achieve in this video, is that you know or you understand that there is a law that we call the sine law that relates the angle and the sides, or the angles and the sides of a triangle. Now note, sine law sometimes cannot be applicable to all problems, so you have to check whether when you create an equation, there's only one unknown in the equation. Otherwise, you have to work on the information. Maybe you could find additional information to supply the missing values. However, if you will find two unknowns or two or more unknowns in your sine law equation, then that means the sine law is not applicable. Okay, so again, the sine law is sine A over A equals sine B over B equals sine C over C. Okay, one student asked me before, like, is the sine law the same as A over sine A, B over sine B, C over sine C? Actually, this setup can also be used whenever you use a sine law. So you can invert the fractions, but make sure all the fractions are inverted. Okay, so all the sides goes up and all the sine of the angles go down. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for listening. I hope you understand the concept of the sine law now.